Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. So today I wanted to do a reading for the collective. So before I begin, there's this energy of everything just looks more beautiful. Everything feels more beautiful, or there's an appreciation for beautiful things. It doesn't matter, aesthetics, sentiments. I mean, even the structure of a joke, everything is like just appreciating the beauty of your existence. So for some of you, you could be receiving a lot of beautiful energies at this time, connecting to Venus energies. Maybe that's strong in your chart, but I'm getting an appreciation for beauty. We have transformation here, the Death card. I feel like maybe you've transformed, and it's giving me the energies of Breaking Dawn Part 2, when Bella, the first scene is her coming out of her dead state, having been transformed into a vampire. So this is like her first day as a vampire, waking up as a vampire. Okay, so there's no conflict with this, or maybe maybe the chaos, or maybe on some level there was an expectation of chaos, or an expectation of hostile energies, but that was kind of an illusion. I feel you're not under any illusions, so you're, I guess, the acceptance of the transformation energy, the acceptance of going through these shifts removes all illusions and keeps you from having to feel like you're out of balance, or needing to juggle, or needing to somehow manage opposing forces. I also feel like there's energies that are purposely projecting oppositional energies to you. Now, when I say purposely, I don't know if they're conscious that they're being agents, but I feel like it's, now, there's two ways it could be. The one way could be to sabotage what you're manifesting. And so if, let's say, you're manifesting love, they're going to project a conflict so that you don't stay in the vibration of harmony to receive love and union. If it's about abundance, they're going to project poverty. If it's about life and moving into new beginnings, they're going to project death and tragedy and endings. So are they doing this on purpose? I would say 9 out of 10 no, to be fair, or to be nice, or to be optimistic. There might just be that one that is doing it with the intention of sabotaging you. But other than that, I would say that the majority of people that are projecting these darker energies could be doing it unconsciously. But now, on the other hand, that I was noticing that, and I think that's what this lack of conflict energy, like this transformation, the reason it did not cause a conflict, at least not within you, at least not for you emotionally, at least not creating a veil of illusion for you and putting you off balance. I think the acceptance of how both energies work together, the acceptance of those two energies, positive and negative forces, having to come together in order for something to manifest. You've taken it as an indicator, as it's like another notch under your belt, like another tool in your toolbox to work with. It's like, oh, thanks for the charge of negative force so that I can manifest this positive force. Or thanks for the conflicting energy that helps to spark what this vision. I had a vision of love, and it was all that you're giving to me. Okay. So the vision of love, it's like, that's just how it's coming through. As if someone, if you're receiving at a point when you're at the height of manifestation, or like imagine the bubble bursting, the orgasmic moment, the aha moment. It's like something that comes in a negative way. It's like that friction, or that is part of the experience of the manifestation. So you need to be aware. Perhaps maybe on some level you were thinking that it was slowing you down. On some level, perhaps you thought it was meant to stop your creative endeavors. At some point, you may have considered that opportunities were being blocked. But what I'm getting is that somehow all the opportunities can come if they slow down enough, if that friction helps you to slow it down enough so that you can really infuse your intention at the moment without being caught up in the devil energies. So for a lot of people, I feel like this process of transformation, this death energy, does create conflict, internal conflict for many people, and it does put them in a psychosis in some ways, or in just very negative energies, very toxic. This could be internalized, but this feeling out of balance and slowing down the creativity flow has a lot to do with the devil energies and being caught up in, still attached to lower energies that put you in mental prisons, energies that block you from your creative flow. If you have a lot of toxic beliefs about your sexuality, if you have toxic beliefs about love and relationships, if you have toxic beliefs about how to be in partnership, if you think love is control, if you think love is to own someone, if you think love is about making someone be what you want them to be, then you're going to, you're not going to go through this process in the way that it's intended to. The transformation process isn't meant to create chaos so that you end up in the devil energy. That's the default if you don't know what you're doing. That's the default if you fear the darkness. That's the default if you cannot look at the darkness. So, becoming very familiar with this devil energy or this oppositional enemy, because the devil energy has more to do with how we're feeling controlled, how we're feeling suppressed, how we're feeling that the choices that we make are leading us into spaces that keep us stuck, into spaces that put us in bad situations, into spaces that make us feel really, really negative with ourselves. And if someone can get you to rhythmically go there, rhythmically feel suppressed or feel oppressed or feel controlled or feel stuck or feel shamed or feel fear. Ultimately, the energy is fear. Death, the ultimate fear for many. If this energy can keep you there, then it serves its purpose of keeping you a prisoner in your own life. And I feel like you want to move forward. You're enthusiastic about moving forward, and a lot of people want to move forward, but if they are in this Knight of Wands energy, then what they're looking at is what they're passionate about, and they're going to want to go after what they want, okay, which will lead them into a devil energy if they don't pace themselves, if they don't discern what they're wanting is actually good for them or not, if they don't discern how their actions could affect them in the long run or others. So having this inspired charge after a transformation, after putting an end to a pattern that was not working for you, having the energy, the charge, the fire, the flame to go forward again, to fight for your life, and not in a survival way, but in a gratitude way, like purposeful way. That's the point of this process of allowing the death cycle to occur, is so that you can have the power in the new beginning to go forward towards a vision of grace, or a vision of prosperity, a vision of abundance and creativity, just feeling spiritually alive, feeling spiritually aligned to source. I feel like you were able to move past, turn your back on people that betrayed you, people that were creating conflict for you, people that were backstabbing, putting you in third-party situations that could be like interfering in some ways, you know. When I say third-party situations, like involving you in their problem with somebody else. And it's like, it's not my problem to communicate for you, you know, to them. Like, get your act together and communicate how you feel. And if you feel betrayed, and if you feel chaotic, and if you feel that you need to change something that was keeping you in an illusion, if you feel that you cannot balance these very strong, potent energies that feel like an attack, or that feel like they're making you smaller and smaller, then you need to have the courage to take action, to speak out on what you feel betrayed on what you feel took your happiness, on what you feel isn't what you want. So for you to feel completely content, for you to feel that your life is in harmony, that you're fulfilled, for you to feel fulfilled, you know you cannot be in the illusion of the emotions. The moon is instinctual, but sometimes our instincts, when we're blinded by chaos, they lead us in the wrong path. They make us look at the world in a different way. They take us off balance. They slow up our energy, and that's what makes us get stuck. So having the courage to transform without the chaos, meaning not getting taken over by the chaos, accepting it as a process, accepting it as a rite of passage, gives you the courage to overcome betrayals, to overcome these things that were making you, or these illusions of what fulfillment was supposed to be. Like, you could have been raised to believe that in order for you to actually be complete and happy, you had to have the perfect life, the perfect spouse, the 2.5 children, and the white picket fence, right? That's what a lot of the narratives have been like, oh, happiness looks like this, and if you don't have this, then you haven't reached ultimate happiness, or if you haven't attained these things, then you haven't reached a true sense of fulfillment. And that's all a crock of shit. That's an illusion, because you could have already received everything and realized, no matter how beautiful the illusion, if I'm not happy, none of it matters. None of it matters. And you're able to stand in this Queen of Wands energy, I feel like taking this Knight of Wands charge forward, taking that step forward into knowing the power that you carry, the intuitive power. I feel like you've trusted. You didn't get dissuaded. You didn't get off balance. Okay, you didn't lose your grip on reality because you were able to see through the illusion. You trusted your intuition. You trusted your vision. You trusted the power that was being that was rising up within you. So we have Scorpio energy on the board, Cancer energy, Capricorn energy, and then we have the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with those signs, or you can be those signs, or those are the energies that are most potent at this time. I feel like you're holding on to your stability despite the attacks that have tried to come your way. All right, it's like this is also giving me like, this is the visual I'm getting, like somebody holding on to a palm tree in the middle of a storm, and being able to like secure oneself despite the chaos that surrounds you, being able to maintain, like laying low and secure despite the storm. And I say storm in the sense of the chaos, the whirlwind of energies, okay, that can push you. This is like a wildfire also. Being able to be steady, to slow down, to sit with, or to sit within yourself as these energies surround you. And I think it has a lot to do with an offer, this devil energy, giving you disingenuous offers, or offers that are just like, it's pitiful. It's like you're holding your ground at this Four of Pentacles, right? It's like, I may not have, for example, based on what this person seems to have more, right? It seems like, where are we? Okay. It seems like you don't have, like all you have is, I got my 4 coins, I'm holding on to them. Somebody say, oh, you don't do anything with your money, you're not investing, you're not growing it, you're stagnant with your money, you're stuck in a financial, like at this level, so to speak, at a certain level. This person with the 7 of Pentacles comes along, they see that they have more than you do, but instead of them appreciating maybe how well preserved you are, how good you are with your money, perhaps even how well you manage your funds, they look at it like, let me just throw some charity your way. Let me throw some charity your way. But that's the devil energy. That's the devil energy trying to make you feel less than in order for them to be in charge of how things get balanced. It's like they want to balance things in their favor, Let's see. Actually, let me do one more row. This could also be like with, like they would come and they could do more for you, but they don't. They don't help. Because once you get to a certain position, they know, like, that's it, you take off. Once you secure the bag, so to speak, you take off. And I think that's what you're doing. You're securing the bag, but it's like you're not taking help from this individual that's got this double energy. You're not accepting their crumbs. You're not accepting their so-called help, because that devil, I think it's, let's see why their intention, like, you don't trust it. It's like this person wants to give you like a love offer, but it's still very, it might be sincere, but the way that they're coming to you, is as if they're just helping you out, maybe financially, or like they're just helping you out with material things. Like, oh, I heard you were working on this. Here, have some of this. Maybe this will help you out. Oh, I heard you were working on that thing. I heard such and such. Like giving you little tidbits of help here and there, kind of stuff, to show like they support you, right? But it's hiding an underlying motive of love. It's a love offer. It's a love offer. Oh, it's a love offer, but they don't have this. This is a false. This person does not have the money that they act like they have. They want you to believe that what they're giving you funds, little crumbs here and there, so that you believe that they have more than you do. That's the devil energy. They're doing it because they want to connect with you. But they really don't have this money. They missed an opportunity in love with you. And now they see that you're in your victory. They see you in your power. They know that what you're expecting as this Queen of Wands, you're expecting that you're holding on to this vision of this Emperor. And you're heading in that victory. Your victory is with this Emperor. You're holding on to that vision, or you're holding on to that. That's what you're holding out for, an Emperor. This person is a Knight of Cups. They're under the influence of the devil, and they're trying to give you an offer from a position of, I guess, they're trying to leverage, or they're trying to balance things out. They're trying to give themselves a higher position in your eyes, so that you don't notice that they don't really have anything established. This could be someone from your past that created a lot of chaos for you, that betrayed you, that wasn't healed in any way. They acted out of the ego. They turned their backs on they left your heart in pain, and they turned their back and walked away. Bastardo. There's a Cancer energy here in reverse. This person could be a Cancer energy as well. But I feel like they were not willing to move forward on the spiritual path. They were not willing to trust spirit and guide them at the time that they were meant to change. Okay, so what I'm getting is that you changed out of this dynamic. You grew out of this dynamic, okay? You saw the pattern, the devil energy, the toxic energies. You saw what it was about. You moved on. You're in your Queen of Wands energy. You're creative. You're empowered. You're feeling very, very feminine. In your feminine energy, very receptive, very spiritual, very much in your zone. You're holding on to your power. You're manifesting in this Emperor energy. But there's someone from your past that you already moved on from. A relationship that's been, the old me is dead and gone, dead and gone. And oh, na 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 na. Okay, I forgot the words. But you know what I mean. You were like, you're done. The old me is like, you're not that person that you were to this person. But they still have feelings. Now they have feelings, or now they want to come with an offer, and it is genuine, it is sincere. But it's also hiding that they don't have what they act like they have. And the reason they don't have what they act like they have is because when they had to make the choice, when they had to choose happiness, they turned their backs on it. They didn't go with it. They didn't go the next level. They didn't create that victory with you. They didn't go towards becoming this emperor. They didn't take charge of the spiritual connection that they had with you. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's a whole library of emotions that you guys were attached to with this person. It could be like a whole, a complete library between the two of you. This was definitely a power dynamic. We have Capricorn energy. But I'm also seeing that this is still what it's like, because you transformed, because you passed the pattern, because you were able to remain true to your essence, like you've bossed up in your own element. You're committed to your success. You're committed, and by success, we're not talking about material necessarily, but success in your own, your status of self, who I am. I know I'm a boss with myself. I know I'm in charge of my life. I know I've taken a leadership role in my own spiritual journey. You're committed holistically. You're committed. Your values are completely invested in who you are at this time. And that's what's increased your value in society. That's what's made your resource, your source of power, so much more valuable, because you also have this love energy. This is Leo. We have Scorpio energy on the board. You've learned to love yourself in a way that this devil energy and this breadcrumbing Six of Pentacles energy, like they could try to make you feel like you're not who you are, like you have not created what you have created, yet you know your value, you know your status, you know what you're connected to, you know how deep your spiritual journey has been, and you know where the source of your love is from. It's from God. I feel like you're not really going to be sharing your library, your relationships now. There's a filter for who gets to relate, to be in relationship with you. Relationships. So I feel like you may be, if you're establishing your partnership with the Emperor, it's remaining hidden or private. Your relationship is remaining private. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. This Emperor could be an Aquarius. So could be a person that who's like genius in terms of, like, you know, when you think of them, they're going to inspire a lot of genius because they're very connected to cosmic energies. This person is a higher caliber. This person is, the way you see them, or you're going to see this Emperor, is that they're not even human. And I feel like on some level, the reason you're attracting them is because you're a match to their energy. The match to their energy is that you've superseded your own sense of, your own level of, you've mastered an aspect of yourself that's taking you now to a cosmic level. And it's like you don't see the world anymore from this, I guess you could say, this human realm, even though you can and you do and you interact like everyone else. Obviously, it's a matter of the perspective. Like, even if you want it to be more personable, like, oh, this is, you know how, like, you know, if somebody had to walk away from you at some point in time and it made you sad, like, that experience on a human level could have been very devastating. Then you kind of snap out of that, and now you're in this cosmic level, and when you realize that there is no separation in real time, meaning out of time, no time, you can appreciate what is there and you can accept what is not, because the bigger picture is that nothing is ever really lost. So that's the message. I'll come back with another one soon. Take care.